Hey guys, Sheldon back with another review, and today we're looking at the Super Action statue Giorno Giovanna from Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, Golden Wind or Vento Arreo. Pretty popularly requested figure. Pretty happy to be able to finally review it. So just let's take a look at the box real quickly though. Got this kind of nice purpley pink harlequin pattern, of course. Some box art, box window. More poses, I guess. Some poses you can put him in, and some of the accessories he comes with. He comes with an alt-tab, as you can see, and a display stand. Okay, well, let's take a closer look at these accessories right here. Alright, so Giorno comes with a pretty decent spread of accessories. He's got quite a few hands. He's got these two relaxed hands over here. Just relaxed fingers over here. There's a little bit of variation, but pretty relaxed. He comes with this kind of gripping hand right here. I'll show you in a second. He comes with this like pinching hand, and then he comes with these two kind of hands like this. That's actually fake having him hold his outfit for his iconic pose, and I'll see you in a second. He has this little yelling face right here, angry face, of course. And he comes with this piece of bread and a lighter, and if I recall, this is when he's trying to get into the gang, so he has to keep this going for like a day or something. I forgot how long. And then he eventually puts it on a piece of bread, so you can kind of put it right here. I'll just plug it in right here, and it stands up by itself, which is nice. He comes with a teacup and saucer. This is, I'm pretty sure, from when Abaccio pisses in the teacup and then makes him drink it. And then he comes with, I'm not sure what this is from, but it's a button or a brooch. I don't remember the significance of it though, but it's pretty tiny. I'm not really sure what it is. Okay, let's take a little closer look at the hands though. Okay, so most of the accessories are fairly straightforward though. You have this gripping hand right here. Let me zoom in. Let's get that to focus. No, I hate this. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. So this one, fairly straightforward. You have the lighter here, you just kind of wedge that in here, and it fits pretty well. Fits either way, too. No problem. So you'll see, you just kind of slide it in there. And then for the pinching hand, I actually have that set up already, though. You can have it hold the cup right here pretty easily. And the cup itself is okay. It's kind of tiny, but it does the job. It's got clear plastic to make it look like it's got some tea in there. So it's pretty nice. So again, yeah, it's pretty easy. You just get up to pinch the teacup right there. So pretty straightforward. And then you have these hands right here I talked about earlier. It's to make it look like he's grabbing his clothes. So you can see right here, it's just like that. But if I can show you next to Giorno, you just put that right up against his clothes like that. And it should look like he's actually gripping it. And so I'll have some pictures at the end to show you, but you see it like kind of fakes it. And likewise, the other hand goes up over by his chest like this, and it looks like he's grabbing his shirt. So it's a pretty cool, it's a really nice effect. I'm glad they included it. And then of course, finally, he has his angry face, and it's done pretty well. We'll take a closer look at the head sculpt in a second, but here's the expression. Pretty fierce. Alright, of course he's got that bread we mentioned earlier. There's really not much to it. It's just bread with a hole in it. And he's got a saucer, which is just a plain white plate. Okay, well, let's take a look at Giorno himself. Oh, he also comes with these two fists, of course, but let's take a look at the leader of Passion himself. Alright, so Giorno stands about, let's see, about 5 3/4, almost 6 inches, which comes out to about 15 centimeters, so a pretty decent height here. And here he is next to Gold Experience, who's coming pretty soon. So Gold Experience is pretty tall, and then here he is next to Gold Experience Requiem, who is also like a little bit taller, as you can see. So Gold Experience Requiem is pretty tall. And then just for a bit of comparison, since I know people have other figures though, here he is next to SH Figure Arts Iron Man. So Iron Man's actually kind of tall though, and Iron Man's kind of like bent over, so I mean he's got some good height there. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at the articulation. All right. So The head is, on that hinged ball joint, nice swivel. You can go look up. Well, you look down pretty well. Look up, the ponytail does get in the way a little bit, so, be mindful of that, but you can get and look up a little bit. The neck is on a single ball joint here, so it's pretty good, and you can get it to rotate as well. The collar is sculpted in there, so if you turn it, it does break it up a little bit if you turn it too far. It's kind of a bummer, though, that if you put it back too far, that you get some gapping, so that's kind of unfortunate there. That's just too bad. But, overall, you can get some good articulation, get him to bend his neck there. And for the shoulders, you get about 90 degrees right here, and then for the shoulders themselves, you get the full rotation. You get the full rotation along with this rotating like shoulder cuff right here, just so it looks better. I'm not going to do it all the way because it's kind of a pain, but it is separate, so you get him to do the full rotation. Oh god, that's annoying. Ugh, man. But you can see what I mean though, right here. Okay, mine is stuck right now, so let me just get that to come back down. Alright, and then the shoulders, like I mentioned before, 90 degrees, and it's on that ball hinge right here, so it goes up, and you can get it to rotate like this pretty easily, and so no bicep swivel, but it does rotate at the shoulders, so you can get them to do these kind of poses right here. And then the elbows are double jointed, so pretty good range of motion, really, really far. Of course, it's pegged into the bicep and in the forearm, so you get a swivel there as well as in the forearm itself, but again, the elbow pads do get in the way, so you can do it. It's just you want to be careful to make it not bump into the sculpt. And then the shoulder, it's on that ball peg with the hinge right here, right? So you can get that to rotate and hinge. And then for the waist, I'm pretty sure the diaphragm right here is a single ball joint, so you get rotation, you can get it to turn. The sculpt is limited though. And again, it looks nice here, but if you go too far back, there's some gapping, which is a bummer, and a bit of a problem. Same problem at the end and the back, actually. But you do get the swivel right here. You get a lean and a swivel and a crunch. And then the waist itself, though, is just a swivel, I believe, and it is sculpted like down, you can tell. So it does like break up the sculpt a bit. Do be careful, this ladybug is really tiny, and it looks like because the sculpt is diagonal, sticks out, you might bump into it and it might come off, so just be careful. This coat tail, I suppose, it is a soft piece, so it's nice, but it does limit the articulation in the legs just a little bit. So out to the side, about this far, pretty standard for this line though. It's just these standard ball joints, so bringing it up, you can get it to about 90 degrees. Again, it's soft, and then going back, probably not that much, about this much, so pretty decent though. And then the hip, you do have a thigh swivel right here, so not bad, get the full rotation. And then double jointed knee right here, pretty good range of motion right there, and you do get a swivel at the knee itself, so that's nice. You can get him to break his legs if you want to. And then for the ankles right here, well, there's a toe hinge first of all, but the ankles, this is it going back, this is it going forward, and then you do get a bit of a rocker here though. Let me see if I can get it. So you get a little bit, but ultimately not that much because of how far the leg is sculpted up there. In terms of paint, though, it's pretty nice. I mean, pretty standard for this line, though. The paint and sculpt is usually really great here, and his outfit is really well done, actually. Despite it being just a single color, there is shading, and the sculpt has a lot of texture and folds, so there is a lot of texture and looks really nice here. Especially this little checker pattern at the back here looks really, really cleanly done, and in fact, it might even be sculpted a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of sculpting here, right? So it's really, really nice. And I really like the color. I'm not really sure why he's pink though. I felt like his canon color was blue. And I know he has the pink outfit in a couple of artworks, but I feel like it's normally blue. And I know they had a blue version for Winter Festival, but that was too expensive, so I never got it. But they are releasing a second version, which is a lighter shade of blue, so I'm definitely going to pick that up. And if you haven't done so already, you can pre-order it in AmiAmi, so it is still available, and it comes with his head with black hair. But overall, it does look pretty nice though. So overall impression, I would say if you're a fan of the figure, go ahead and pick it up. It's a pretty solid one, probably one of the best. I mean, it is smaller than the rest of the JoJos, but that's part 5 for you. But it's a really good representation of the character. If you don't like the pink, though, wait for the blue one, because it's going to come out in a few months. He is a pretty popular character, though, so you might have a hard time finding him. And if you're not a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, though, and you're looking for a neat figure, I do recommend it still, though. Again, really good articulation, comes a pretty good spread of accessories, and the just kind of like the paint sculpt and deco looks very, very nice. You can see like even the little butterfly, or not butterfly, ladybugs have nice details on them. And the hair is sculpted pretty nicely as well. And it's kind of it's a pretty unusual figure. Okay, well, that pretty much does it for this review, though. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe. I'm going to put this guy in some poses for you all at the end. Alright guys, thanks for watching.